First off, the body language, I don't know what's going on. Everything about him is just so freaking fake.
So we got to talk about Gavin Newsom.
He's back on our radar.
He's back.
We need to change the conversation. And that's why I'm launching a new podcast. And this is going to be anything but the ordinary politician podcast.
JEJE vibe, JEJE vibe, JEJE vibe,
JEJE vibe.
fit the vibe, fit the vibe, fit the vibe.
It's JEJE vibe.
You know it's JEJE vibe. Can you fit the vibe? Can you fit the vibe? It's JEJE vibe, JEJE vibe.
JEJE vibe.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know you're welcome to the #1 podcast in the world.
You said it.
JEJE vibe.
Oh, JEJE.
If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. Welcome to JEJE vibe. You know I got the amazing queen with me.
Thanks, my love.
Today we're going to be talking about Gavin Newsom's new podcast endeavors.
Really? The unaware governor?
Crazy.
The actor governor?
Crazy.
Acting governor?
Crazy.
Always acting governor?
Oh my God.
Actor governor?
Martins.
The right, absolutely. The right is right, and you are right to criticize.
Martins. So we got to talk about Gavin Newsom.
He's back on our radar.
He's back.
We need to change the conversation. And that's why I'm launching a new podcast. And this is going to be anything but the ordinary politician podcast. I'm going to be talking to people directly that I disagree with, as well as people I look up to. But more important than anything else, I'll be talking directly with you, the listener. Real conversations. What's going on with the cost of eggs?
Cost of eggs, really? How about you go deal with the wildfire situation?
Crazy.
Governor, you got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally, I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Like your state is recovering from one of the craziest wildfires in history. You have enough in your plate to keep you busy for the next recovery states of your state. But here you are starting off a podcast.
Hey, I guess people are right after all by saying that he only cares about his hair gel.
With the good hair, Newsom. You thought you were going to be president. You're never, ever, ever going to be president. Gavin with the good hair, with the hair gel, little Nancy's nephew. Gavin with the good hair, Newsom. Gavin with the good hair. You're done, Gavin with the good. Talking about, we want a Trump-proof California. How about fireproofing California?
Crazy. He's saying he wants to talk about the price of eggs.
For somebody that was unaware when they were looting in his state.
The woman says, "Oh, he's just walking out. He didn't pay for that." I said, "Well, why aren't you stopping him?" She goes, "Oh, the governor." Swear to God, true story. Oh, my mom's great. The governor lowered the threshold. There's no accountability. I said, "That's just not true." She looks at me twice and then she freaks out. She calls everyone over, wants to take photos. I'm like, "No, I'm not taking a photo. We're having a conversation. Where's your manager? How are you blaming the governor?" And it was, $380 later. And I was like, "Why am I spending $380? Everyone can walk the hell right out."
Like, now you're concerned about the price of eggs. Crazy. He wants to also educate you on what an executive order is.
Shit.
What are the impacts, real impacts to you around tariffs? What power does an executive order really have? And what's really going on inside of DOGE? Look, there's an onslaught of information that we take in. So let's take it.
What is your business with Joe? Actor, governor.
Like, what business do you have with Doge?
To the sources without the typical political mumbo jumbo. In the first few weeks, we're going to be sitting down with some of the biggest leaders and architects in the MAGA movement. This is Gavin Newsom.
Aren't you a Democratic governor?
Mumbo jumbo.
You talk about mumbo jumbo, yet you're busy doing the mumbo jumboing.
Like, you are like known for mumbo jumbo. Like,
Actor, governor.
like when you start describing and you start
Acting governor.
like
First off, the body language, I don't know what's going on. Everything about him is just so freaking fake.
It's decisions, not conditions, that determine our fate and future. And that fundamental notion of agency, I think, is important more broadly. And I think that goes to some of the issues around, victimization. And
the situation with water, obviously in Palisades, ran out last night in the hydrants. I was talking to the firefighter on this block. They left because there was no water in the hydrant here.
The local folks are trying to figure that out. I mean, just when you have a system that's not dissimilar to what we've seen in other extraordinarily large-scale fires, whether it be pipe, electricity, or whether it just be the complete overwhelm of the system. I mean, those hydrants are typical for 2 or 3 fires, maybe 1 fire.
We've also called for an independent investigation into the issues around water supply that we've seen. What are the questions that you're hoping to answer?
The same ones you're asking, same ones that people when I'm in the streets are asking, yelling about. What the hell happened? What happened to the water system? And by the way, was it just overwhelm? That you had so much that was used, we drew it down. Was it pipes? Was it electricity? It was a combination of pipes, electricities, and pumps. What was that drawdown? Impossible, because you lost 7,000+ structures right here anyway, and every single structure we lost had a pipe that was leaking, and we would have lost that water pressure anyway.
crazy. Now it's podcast time. You want to talk about, what about you talking about your own job?
And what you're going to do to rectify all the problems that has happened. I don't want to say created, that has happened during your time and currently ongoing. How you're going to solve it?
I'm aware. She said this crowd's crazy. And the only reason she said, she would have said it perhaps otherwise, but she knew you were coming on. The worst part though, Charlie, no BS, true story. Literally last night, trying to put my son to bed, he's like, no, Dad, what time? What time's Charlie gonna be here? What time? And I'm like, dude, you're in school tomorrow. He's 13. He's like, no, this morning, wakes up at 6 something. He's like, I'm coming. I'm like, he literally would not leave the house.
Did you let him take off school?
No, he did. Of course not. He's not here for a good reason. But the point is
you canceled school for like 2 years. Once one day.
The point is the point, which is you are making a damn dent.
Thank you. I'm kidding.
How are you going to solve the current state of what California looks like right now?
I guess
you have lost your properties and you haven't even attended to them. There is no hope for them getting their properties back. Insurance companies are running. Why don't you talk about the insurance companies
that are leaving your state?
That would be a good conversation to have. Bring all the CEOs of the insurance companies and why are they not taking care of their clients. That would be a good conversation for you to have.
He knows he will not do that because, hey, people who live in glass house shouldn't throw stones.
Crazy. So Gavin Newsom is back in the podcast space. He's still the governor of California.
And he's still using his hair gel.
Mel Gibson is like in the forefront right now, trying to get him to get the hell out of the seat.
Looks like Mel Gibson is doing a better job than the actor governor.
Trump's special ambassadors to Hollywood actor Mel Gibson speaking out today at an event in Altadena for Saving California. I guess that would have been yesterday. Now, the group is behind the most recent effort to recall Governor Gavin Newsom. Gibson lost his home in the Palisades fire and blames Newsom and Mayor Bass for letting the wildfires explode in size, causing widespread devastation.
We deserve much more and much better, and there is absolutely no adequate excuse the governor or mayor can make for this gross mismanagement and failure to preemptively deal with what they knew was coming. Was it incompetence? Was it indifference? Complacency? Carelessness? Yes. Was it negligence? Absolutely.
Gibson went on to say that any more federal aid for California should come with a federal investigation into what exactly happened.
I guess any governor that is going to come up from California
there always be an actor if you really think about it.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger was
an actor governor.
So it's just like, I think he comes with the state.
He comes with the state, Hollywood.
You just gotta have it.
Acting governor.
So I would be surprised if who knows? Mel Gibson could be running for governor.
He could be. Shit. Hey, what you got to lose after losing your house?
You might as well come and run the states the way you want it to be run.
Shit.
Sometimes you just got to do it by yourself.
Acting governor.
Man, shout out to California, man. But you know the vibe. This is JEJE Vibe. We'll see you in the next one. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe. What do you guys think about Gavin Newsom's new podcast endeavors?
Nah, he need to be busy as a governor. He doesn't need to be in the podcast space now.
Nah, you can come and give.
That's negligence of your own duties.
You can come on JEJE Vibe and tell us what you're doing for California.
That would be interesting.
That would be dope. That would be a good conversation.
And we're gonna grill you.
But you know the vibes. It's JEJE Vibes. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, man. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye now.
JEJE Vibe, JEJE Vibe, JEJE Vibe.
JEJE Vibe.
Feel the vibe, feel the vibe, feel the vibe. Gavin Newsom, new podcast.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
Gavin Newsom, who now has a podcast because clearly he's doing such a bang-up job as governor, he has nothing else to do but start a podcast. And he's been putting on these right-wingers. He had Charlie Kirk on, he had Steve Bannon on, he had Michael Savage on. We are in touch with his people. We'll see if it happens. But here he is with Steve Bannon. And it's interesting because he's bringing these people on to basically get smacked around. Take a look.
Well, I think there's sort of the grievance narrative that comes from Trump. This notion there is sort of a victim grievance.
Well, they did set of grievances. They did steal, according to us, and we're firm believers, the 2020 election, which I think worked out better. That providentially that he was able to come back with that gap, because I think you're seeing a much more not just new and improved, but somebody that's much more in command of these decisions and really stepping up in a way that we could have never done before.
All right, so there's a lot. But do you give him some credit here for sitting down with these people and airing these things where he does not come off looking good? I mean, I think you can objectively say that. And he's even getting hit by the left-wing media for sitting down with right-wing people. So he's got right-wing people on, they're smacking him this way, and then the left-wing media is smacking him this way for sitting down with those people.
You know what, Dave? I actually don't find this funny or entertaining at all. I find it alarming. And here's why. Because I think he's doing what the Democrats actually need to be doing and aren't. And I'll give you an example. Mm-hmm. First of all, he's sitting down with the other side. The left notoriously does not do that. They refuse to engage in conversation. Even if you look at RFK, which is right in my wheelhouse, Kamala wouldn't even sit down with him.
Yep.
So
Jake Tapper banned him from his show.
Perfect example.